Hi all and welcome back. Today's Dynamo script is a pretty simple one. It's something I use fairly often. Um, this script will allow us to apply a custom text or value that we place in a dimension in the above or below or even the prefix or suffix. Um, and it will allow us to apply that to multiple dimensions across uh, the view. Um, Now there's two ways that I'm going to show you how to do this. One is by just doing a selection box over, to, across the whole thing and filtering out obviously the dimensions and applying it to that. The other way will be we'll actually select certain dimensions that we want to change. Because this way that I've done here, pretty much if we'll select the whole thing. It'll filter out everything that's not a dimension, but maybe we don't want to apply it to every dimension in this view. Um, so I'll show you that. So this is basically it. I will delete this all and start again just to show how it's built up. And you can see here, so pretty much all we need is a select model element to select the dimension that we want to get the value from. A little kind of script here to filter out if we're doing select model elements. So if we select the whole thing, obviously we just want to filter out everything that's not a dimension. And then here's the actual nodes in which we'll be replacing these values now. Currently I've frozen them. You can unfreeze the ones you do or do not want to use. I'll just freeze that for the moment. Obviously, if you unfreeze them, you can have all these values being updated at once. But in this case, I'll just do one at a time. I will also, I guess, show you how to, if you want to just have the one the one script and save it off in Dynamo, just to run it as just one script to run just the below value. I'll show you how to do that as well. So we will um, start to build this up from scratch. So like I said, we want a select model element. So this is the node where we'll select the dimension that we want to change. Now let's do all of our values. So we want, let's go above first. So set above, if I can spell. There we go. And we just need above value. Above value. There we go. So maybe let's just try this first. Now we will have to do that. So we want our select model element into our dimension dot above. So let's just select that now. Let's just run that. And there we go. We want to change. Maybe let's put this, let's just keep that there. So we want obviously this value to be plugged into the value in the set above. Now for the dimension, this is where we need to apply the dimensions we want to apply this value to. So to get our filter, we want, well, to get our nodes to select the dimensions we want. So we'll go select model elements. Now we want a filter bool mask, filter by bool mask. Now we plug these two in together. Now in between these, we want element, can't spell today, element type, get element type, and we'll plug that into elements. We'll just run that. It'd be good if I select something first. So we select our model elements. We'll just run again. So then we've got, wall types, and then there's our dimension type. So now let's convert this to a string. So a string from object. Plug that into the elements. Now, here's our filter, filtering out, the other different types for element types. We need contains, and we need this one here, determines if the given string contains the given substring. So we plug our string into string. Now for the search for, we can just do a code block. So we want dimension type, which is this, dimension type. Plug that in there. Now you don't have to do this, I guess, but we'll just do it for the sake of putting it there. So in the ignore case, so if we want to ignore the the case of the if it's uppercase or lowercase, let's just go false because I've typed it right anyway. So we run that. And you can see how these bottom values are true. Now we plug the bool from the string contains into the mask and the filter by bool mask. Just run that again. And you can see now in list, we have the dimensions, and our out list, we have the wall. So this in list is going to be plugged into the dimension of the dimension set above. And now we'll hit run. And we get this. Now, what we need to do is set it to the longest lacing. And there we have it. We have all of our dimensions changed. The above value is, you can see, it's been applied to all these dimensions here. Now, it's pretty much the same same workaround if we want to do any of the other ones, so the prefix or the suffix. So let's go let's go below, select below value and set below. Sorry, this one's just the below value, and this one's set below. So we want our element to there. We want our value, so our string out of the value into the value into the set below value. That and that. Set it to the longest. And there we have it. Approx, approx, approx. So it's all been changed. And then again, same thing if you're doing the, your prefix. Set prefix. There we go. And there we go. It's all changed. So that's basically how you do it. Now you can set it all out like I had before. I wonder if I can go all the way back. There we go, getting there. So you can set it all like I had it up here, all the values, set up, but you'll have all the dimension for your set below value out into your bool mask. You can see here pretty much they're all set in the set nodes. They're all going back to the bool mask. All the values obviously going into the where it's getting the value, and then all the dimensions inputs going back to the select model elements. So you can set it up that way. That's one way to do it. Now, let me go back to what I had before. My redo is not working. Okay, let's just set it up anyway. Uh, so um, let us, maybe let's keep the below value. Let's delete all this. And let's delete this. All right. Now, if we want to, we don't want to save. Now I'll show you how to set up this to apply the dimensions, but only to the ones that we don't want to apply to every dimension. We only want to apply to a certain amount of, certain dimensions. Now, I'm pretty sure you can do it almost the same way like we did before, like filtering out all the walls and everything. But you know, I think you'll need another filter to filter out a certain type of value or dimension in the actual dimension itself. But we won't do it this way. We'll do it a little bit more, a more simplified, more easier way. So this one does actually require you to download the Springs package. Because we do need lost there. We do need select elements. So we need always forget the name of it. Elements in order. There we go. Select elements in order. So we do need this node from the Springs package. So once we have that, we'll hook that up into the dimension value or the dimension node or input of the set below value or whatever value you have it set to. Unfreeze, unfreeze. And now what we need here is a Boolean node to plug into where it says refresh. Now the way this works, what this refresh does is pretty much resets the value if we want to start this node again. So we'll select our dimension that we want to apply the values from. Now that's there. So the way this works is we hit run. You'll get this message on screen. So we need to pick the elements in the desired order. Hit escape to stop picking. Now the desired order doesn't really matter in this case because we want, whatever we pick, we're going to apply all those dimensions to. It's not like we want to apply to this dimension, then this first, then this. So let's say we want to close that. So now we kind of have, kind of like a what you see in Dynamo, where we can select the, it highlights the element and or goes to the stop sign when we have nothing highlighted. So we want to left click on this one. Left click on this one. Now, if that's all we want to do, we hit escape. And there we go. So it's applied this value, the approximate value to, to the below values of just the ones that we've picked. Now, if we want to, if we want to do it again, we'll have to refresh it because we can't just hit run because it's just going to run these dimensions values again. So what we need to do is switch it to true. We can keep it the same dimension here because we still want this value. Let's hit run. We'll come up with the same message again. Let's pick the other. Let's pick the other two. Maybe I should undo these two, but we'll hit escape, and there we go. It's applied it to just these two dimensions. It hasn't reapplied it to these two dimensions because it's only two dimensions in this list, and it's only these two here. So basically, that's how you you know set that up with selecting the only you know only certain dimensions that we want to change instead of the whole whole lot of dimensions in which we kind of select with the select all model elements kind of thing. So maybe I'll just apply that here. So we don't want to do that. Let's unhook our dimension values. Let's just move that to the side. Actually, let's just delete it. So we want select elements in order. We want the Boolean. Want to plug to that, plug into that, plug into that, and plug into that. So that's basically what it would look like if you, I guess, want to keep everything in the one file. Now, one last thing is I'll show you, I guess, how it works with the Dynamo Player. So let's stick with the the below value again. So we want this as an input. I mean, we can set these as outputs if you want, but we also want this as an input as well. Let's go change dimension value. And what did we do here? Oh, I can't remember if we went above or below. I think we went below. Let's just go set below. Yes, it is below. All right. File, save. Let's go to our Dynamo Player here. Might also be good to download. I don't know why I didn't download, but it is what it is. All right. So let's just add downloads. Where are we? Downloads. Okay. All right, here we go. So, so in our player, obviously we'll select the value we want. Hit run. Sorry. Oh, I hate it when it does that. I thought it didn't work, but It was actually behind the player. All right, let's try it again. Select U, hit run, and it's not running. Maybe let's just reset that. Run. There we go. Close. Pick the 2. Escape. Why aren't you working? Ah, I think it would make a lot of difference if I did not have those frozen. Okay, let's try again. Select U. So select the model elements first. Once that's selected, click run. Now, close that. There we go. Geez, it finally worked. So we can see our dimensions have been applied. Now, if we want to run this again, we'll change this the Boolean over. You can, I guess, call this reset or something. Select the model. Well, I think we want to keep it the same. Hit run. We'll come up with this message again. Hit close. Let's just select this one. Hit escape, and there we go. So that's basically how it all works. If we want to put in the Dynamo Player, obviously, if we want the Dynamo Player to work, to what I originally had, it's a lot, lots simpler. Obviously, unfreeze everything, unlike I did. Just bring back the original. There we go. And you would obviously have this as your input. As your input. Google's going off, and that's pretty much it. So thank you, everyone. Please don't hesitate if you have any questions about this. It is a pretty fairly easy script, and obviously I showed you what not to do. And if you don't, if you don't find that message showing up on your screen, it's probably hidden by something else. So, so there you have it. Thanks all for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks, guys.